What is authenticity, if not the last gasp of soul in a world increasingly hollowed by algorithmic production? We crave it like oxygen, not for its own sake, but to anchor ourselves against the tide of synthetic sameness. The past is not just remembered, it's manufactured, reassembled into emotional artifacts that comfort us with their supposed age and wear. We trust objects more when they look like they've suffered. A well-worn book, a cracked vinyl record. We believe in their stories because of their scars. But what happens when suffering is faked? When the patina of time is no longer the product of years passing, but the work of software that generates nostalgia as an afterthought. This isn't just about aesthetics. It's about convincing us that something authentic was there all along. Roland Barthes described the power of a photograph as that has been, its evidence lies in being there, having been there. But when we use software to artificially age digital photos or simulate film grain, we're manufacturing that having been there. We no longer wait for memory to seep into the frames. We inject it directly. Memory becomes a technical function rather than an emotional one. The illusion is not in the image, but in our belief that the image has lived before us. Punctum. That detail which stabs or pricks the viewer, used to come from chance encounters with reality. But today, it's engineered into our experiences. A digital photo may have the grain of film and a soft blur in one corner to suggest age. An app might add a natural imperfections to a product image, selling us not just an object, but its history. We no longer need to live something, we can render it.
Early manufacturing marked humanity's first systematic attempts to transform raw materials into tools and goods through controlled processes, an innovation that laid the groundwork for economic.
In the mid-20th century, we learned to make silk from coal and ink from air. The idea wasn't just about material substitution. It was storytelling at a molecular level. A narrative that said, the past is no longer necessary for beauty. This became the blueprint for everything that followed. What we hear in that clip, a voice claiming we can make silk from coal, is not just a technological feat, but an origin story of substitution. The moment we stopped needing nature to get beauty marked the birth of manufactured memory. Now, AI forges handwriting and filters fake grain, all in service of selling authenticity where none exists. Nostalgia is no longer about remembering. It's about reenacting the aesthetics of memory as branding strategy. The look, the sound, even the texture of the past are now commodities. Every vintage filter app and letterpress font is a Trojan horse, smuggling trust into transactions we would otherwise be too skeptical to complete.
Out of air, water, and coal, we produce a fertilizer for which Americans formerly had to travel thousands of miles.
We are not preserving history. We're packaging it as a brand. The past is no longer something we inherit, but something we engineer to sell trust in what's coming next. Think about the museum exhibits built with VR, or heritage brands rebranding their archives into influencer content. We don't need authenticity anymore. We just need convincing signs of it. Authenticity has become a product guarantee, like a warranty that you can touch but not verify. The more we outsource truth and memory to algorithms, the less real reality seems. That's why companies like Google Gemini offer deepfake videos not as deception, but as performance. These simulations are not trying to lie. They're fulfilling a new version of truth, one that only requires belief in its fiction. In this world, history is no longer something we remember. It's something we simulate into coherence. We are no longer fighting for cultural preservation. We're building an authenticity arms race. The past is just another asset, manipulated, rebranded, and sold as vintage when it's newly fabricated. This isn't nostalgia. This is market logic applied to memory. If the future has no roots, then it needs convincing replicas to hold us in place.